Namaste, welcome to Lotus Yoga, Human Skeletal System, Yoga for Anatomy. So this is skeletal system, basically very basic information about skeletal system and how it's work in yoga. Yoga postures, how it's work out. Whenever you do any yoga postures, what is the role of skeletal system and what is the role your physically yoga practice, how your ligaments, how your cartilage become more flexible. There is almost like a 300 plus bone in born baby. Then slowly they become 206. The final adult human have 206 bone. So how the all bones to merge each other and how it's work out. Like a skull, skull, skull. This is our more strongest bone in our, we can say, human body. This is very strong. Next, like ribs, front and back. Ribs attached to your spinal cord, thoracic region as well as upper cervical region. Not cervical, below the cervical. Then this is our femur bone. This is the longest bone in our human body. But this is not a much strong bone. Remember, because of the length. If it's more lengthy, more, we can say, more weak. So like this, how your body become more flexible. Like some postures you perform. So the postures perform, the people naturally you see when you do advanced yoga practice person, whoever see your advanced yoga practice, the person say, your body don't have bone, you are boneless. So that's why they bone have, but the bone each they have, like you can see the cervical to lower, the tailbone. They all bone each other attach each other. The between have ligament and cartilage. Ligament is two bones, one to one attach is called ligament. Like example, knee. There is patella bone to femur. Patella to femur have ligament, one of the layer. You can say the ligament is like more like our ear also made by ligament. Ligament, they have one cartilage that is called liquid fluid, we can say, one of the liquid. If there is liquid, we can say the dry, then the pain started. So many things, that is the different issue. But how become more flexible your knee? Ligament and cartilage, through the practice you can make flexible your knee. Those who person cannot able to sit longer in lotus pose, this is lotus pose. So there is most important role on your knee and ankle. If your knee or ankle is more flexible, so you can easily sit. Next, second posture is like a pigeon pose. Pigeon pose, you need more adjustment. If you more adjust, you can more sit longer and comfortably. Like suppose left leg is front, half bending, and right leg is back. If right leg is bent, how you can straight, how you can adjust, that is role of your hip joints. Like here I can show you again hip joints. The hip joints are rotate everywhere. You can see hip joints can rotate fully. You can side split, you can front split. You see, this is back or this is front. This is called front split. Then this is outside. You can see this is for out. We can say the side split. See, this is for side split. How it's work, how you make flexible, you must know basic knowledge about this. If you have basic knowledge about this, you can easily understand or easily you can teach the person. If you don't know anyhow you perform the practice, then maybe chances to minor injury also. Like example, our spinal cord. If you bending the forward, example I give you, one person bend forward like this, like a hunching spine. Suppose this is like forward bend, correct? One person giving length or bending to lower back starting. When you starting your lower back, it will go this position, you see. So this is like a giving length, almost like a 45 degree. Here like a stomach touch your thighs, chest touch your knee, head touch your shin bone. So like this giving length on your spinal cord. So your how you can make your spine more flexible through the yoga practices. But you know how you can bend easily and how you can make more flexible. Same like when you do the cobra pose bending, so your ribs more stretch, your front ribs or spine bending, and your cervical region also bend when you're looking up. This is for this. Next, if you do headstand pose, as I told you, this is the strongest, we can say, bone our head here. When you do suppose headstand, so your whole body weight on your head, crown of your head, so some weight on your palm, also like 80 to 90% weight on here, so the blood flow towards head. This is the lot of benefit, but this must be more strong. If you keep doing this, become like a bulletproof, more strong. Example, like if you, this is for chin, we can say lower palate, this is coming under lower palate. There is no like a chin bone, we never say, we say lower palate, this coming under lower palate. Chin we can say full, but when you see the bone, then we say the lower palate, lower jaw. When you do lucas pose, like a chin stand, if you keep doing, your chin become here more strong, and we can say the bulletproof if you keep doing, because of the weight, and when you bending, so this become more strong. You can build your bone to more strong way. You can say like, when say your bone is not strong, you need some calcium, your bone is very weak. So how you make bone, sometime, little do something can bone break, it means the less calcium. So most calcium also important to build your skeletal system or internally bone flexibility or bone strong and bone power. This is for next, like as I told you, for femur, this is the more long bone in our body, and you can say when you front split, it's coming here to your this position. This is coming, like you can see here, this is coming like a front split, correct? Or when you do this side split cannot do much because it's lock here, but this one can, I show you already, this one side split you can do this position, see here. So when you side split, your starting is here, correct? Your starting is here, you keep improving or keep opening your hip joints or hip bone or femur bone. Same like a shoulder, when you do shoulder practice, suppose example, these days people have a lot of stiffness in shoulders, like when you interlock your fingers behind here, suppose you interlock finger, or you cannot lift up because of shoulder stiffness. So if your shoulder ligament cartilage have more flexibility, this is the back, okay, remember this is the behind body here, so you more improve here, more stretch. Someone can only this much lift, so you need more flexibility on your shoulder. You should know where you work out here, then you more flexible. Someone can go here more, someone can rotate, someone can rotate like this also. So rotation also have, but this is like a more challenge here. This is for shoulders, how you can make more flexible in our shoulder. Same like if you lifting up, then you lifting front also, someone cannot lift only this much, so how you can make more flexible and more strong your shoulder. So this is basic information, I repeat again, for our skeletal system. I hope you understand how you perform yoga practice and what is the role for here your skeletal system whenever you perform any practice. So many, mostly, let me tell you, more flexible our bone, ligament, cartilage, whatever you call, that is called spinal cord. Spine is the more flexible in our body. You know the reason? Because of the vertebrae. There is 33 vertebrae, so they keep moving, they have less joint. If I say you can bend elbow to wrist, cannot bend, this part cannot bend, this only have break. Bending or elbow can be make flexible, elbow is not much, remember, shoulder is more, because this is just this much open, like laptop hinge joint, cannot much flexible, but little bit can, do not, otherwise it's come to hyper extent, very fast can break, remember here. So must be properly, you should know how you perform each and every posture. So this part cannot bend, bending only for shoulders. Hope you can understand. If you have still any question about that, comment. So we will try to give you for reply according to that. Thank you so much for watching this video. Namaste. Jai Hind.